Ladies and gentlemen, Raila Odinga and the entire Azimio brigades are on high alert because Kenya Kwanza are planning to invade Raila Odinga's home in Karen on Monday. Why do you think Kenya Kwanza are planning to invade Raila Odinga's home? Because today, the Secretary General of UDA, Cleophas Malala, was very clear that they'll be storming Raila Odinga's home while Raila Odinga supporters will be at State House. And again, I've read the same kind of narrative from Kimani Ichung'wah on his Twitter and several other Kenya Kwanza brigades, including the Mogotio Member of Parliament, who threatened to lead Kenya Kwanza supporters to invade Raila Odinga's home. In this video, I want us to look at the main reason why William Ruto and his supporters are planning to invade Raila Odinga's home. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And I want to say a big thank you to everybody who tuned in yesterday during our live show. It was so nice. Now, let us get back to the main issue. And by the way, for this particular video, I want to ask you to give it thumbs up. Raila Odinga has declared Monday a national holiday. Today is actually Saturday. It's only tomorrow. And there are people who thought that Raila Odinga was joking. The truth of the matter is that the entire country is actually waiting for what next. But William Ruto has tried almost all tricks to prevent Raila Odinga from storming State House or his date with destiny. Let me just give you what he has tried and whether this latest strategy can work. The first thing William Ruto did, for example, was to claim that the demonstrations which Raila Odinga was organizing were actually being sponsored by the Kenyattas or Uhuru Kenyatta. Then he went ahead and talked to Uhuru Kenyatta's family and his issues to do with the tax evasion. That did not work. Then William Ruto went and started targeting the businesses associated with Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta. He allowed importation of milk to flood the market. Has not worked. William Ruto then decided to go for Raila Odinga's main business, which is gas cylinder. I don't think it will work. That did not work. Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta and the entire Azimio are still focused. Then he went and now started a narrative that Raila Odinga was actually trying to fight Kikuyu businesses because they failed to support him. That has failed to work. In fact, I explained in one of my videos yesterday that the Kiambu and Nakuru rallies actually invalidated all those theories. Then, now they also began another theory that Raila Odinga is organizing these rallies while his children, the family, are already working. That Oburu is a senator, Ruth is a women rep, Winnie is nominated at the IALA. That has not worked. Then at some point they started arrest, where they could arrest some of the vocal youths associated with Raila Odinga. People like Matakwe Mubimba, Gaucho were arrested, Omosh Jakababa, Nuru Kanga. That has not worked. Then they also began this strategy of trying to isolate Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta, where they target some of their key supporters and ask them to leave. In fact, the decision by people like Jalango to leave ODM or to work with Ruto were part of that strategy. He even tried getting very close people of Kalonzo Musyoka. Of course, you can add one of the high-profile one, which is Matiang'i, just to isolate Raila. Has not worked. So his latest strategy is simple. Raila Odinga is planning to go to State House. Of course, Raila Odinga will be going to State House, but he will be converging in town first of all with his supporters. Then they'll be marching to State House according to what he has said. And once they arrive at the gate of the State House, then one representative will take their petition to State House. I don't know whether William Ruto will allow that to happen, but let us wait and see. So Raila Odinga is planning to do that. But the question is, William Ruto's new strategy of using William Ruto's strategy of invading Raila Odinga's residence, do you think it can work? And why is he now talking of invading Raila Odinga's residence? For me, the strategy is simple. Number one, if you ask me, this is a very good strategy to bait Raila Odinga supporters from Kibra. You know, Raila Odinga has supporters in Nairobi, but most of them comes from Kibra. Then others will come from Lakisama and other other slums within the Nairobi. But Kibra is the main support base of Raila Odinga. And you are telling them that as Raila will be going to State House, us will be going to his house or his home in Karen. So basically, they are trying to bait Raila Odinga supporters not to go to State House, but to come to Karen to protect, in quote, the residents of Raila Amolo Odinga. Whether this is going to work, I still don't know. Because remember, William Ruto has the deep states today. He has the security intelligence, he has everything. So which means if they are planning to do this, they can even use highly trained police to do that. They can even hire people to go to Raila Odinga's residence. So for me, the main intention why they are now talking of raiding Raila Odinga's home is simple. They want to bait Raila Odinga supporters not to go to State House, but instead go to Karen. And why is Karen strategic? You know, Raila Odinga has supporters from Kawangware. He has supporters from Karen. And of course, some will be coming from that other side. What will they do? These people will decide, okay, let's go and protect Baba's home. And I know what is going to happen. These guys, on that day, they'll organize a group of maybe 200 or 300, maybe Mungiki, to be seen to be headed to Raila Odinga's home. Then diversion will be to Raila Odinga's residence. So that's the first strategy. Number two, in my view, I tend to think that this is also intended to scare the Odinga family. If you paid very close attention to Malala, he talked of Mama Ida Odinga, prepare enough tea, prepare enough ugali. Why is he talking of Mama Ida? Mama Ida is not organizing this rally. Raila Odinga, I'm sure, in all this, has never mentioned William Ruto's family. He has never mentioned Rachel. Why would they mention Ida? Basically, when you talk of raiding the home of Raila and you talk of Ida, it means you are trying to instill some fear into the family so that the family can then decide, okay, baba, forget about this, usiende huko, kenda huko, watu watakuja hapa. Just to instill fear. Probably also to instill the same fear in Winnie Odinga. But that is, in my view, the second strategy of this. The third strategy why they are saying they are planning to raid Raila Odinga's home, in my view, is to divert the attention from the main focus. The focus for Monday, in my view, is two. Number one, will the country be paralyzed? Because Raila Odinga said that Monday is a holiday. Will the country be paralyzed? If the country will be paralyzed, then Raila Odinga shall have achieved his objective. The second focus would be on the demonstrators, who are now saying that they'll be going peacefully to State House and that one of their representatives will submit their memorandum. In that memorandum, I suspect it has three demands which Raila Odinga is putting on the table: lower cost of living, open the server, and do not proceed with the selection of IEBC commission. And maybe they'll include others. Then they'll expect Ruto maybe to respond. But now by claiming that they'll be going to Raila Odinga's home, it means they're going to create a third focus, which is Raila Odinga's home, which is basically to divert the attention of the country, to bait people. So in my view, it is a strategy which for me might work for them and might also not work for them. Number four, I also tend to think that these are just empty threats. I know William Ruto as the President of the Republic of Kenya, Kenya Kwanza, and maybe the government itself might be planning something. And whatever they are planning might not be known to some of these people because it's likely to be a covert operation. So these guys who are talking, the likes of Malala, the likes of Imani Shungwa, they might just be speaking for the sake of speaking because they've been talking. These guys have been talking. You know, they've been threatening to close Raila Odinga's businesses. They've been threatening Uhuru Kenyatta. You know, they've been trying to do every other thing. So maybe because, you know, something, I mean, they don't have a clear strategy. They don't understand what Ruto is planning. They're just talking, which is basically empty threats. I don't think Malala has the capacity to invade Raila Odinga's home. Yeah? Because if William Ruto is claiming to be the President of the Republic of Kenya, the first thing he must do is to protect the home of Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga's home is guarded by the government. So if you invade a home, then what are you saying? So it could be just empty threat. But again, lastly, if you ask me, it shows that Kenya Kwanza might not have a clear strategy on how to handle Raila Odinga. These guys have been talking. They are still talking. And they will continue talking. So for me, if you ask me, lack of strategy is what is driving these guys to speak the way they are speaking. But I can't rule out that indeed it would be easy for Kenya Kwanza to mobilize some of their supporters to head to Raila Odinga's home. Whether that can work, I don't think. Because I remember in 2017, when there were those chaos, somebody somewhere tried to mobilize Mungiki from just before Kawangware. They could not reach Kawangware. I don't know what you think, but this is my take. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.